Besides being one of the most iconic boxers, Evander Holyfield also has a very interesting story that deserves to be shared. In this video, you will follow the life of Evander Holyfield. Born in October 1962 in the city of Atmore, Alabama, Evander Holyfield, known worldwide as the Real Deal, is one of the greatest living legends of boxing. His journey in the ring began early, at the age of 8, in Atlanta, after his family moved to Georgia. His determination quickly led him to the international stage, winning the bronze medal at the Los Angeles Olympic Games in 1984 in one of the most controversial fights in history, where he was controversially disqualified in the semifinal while dominating the fight. However, it was in professional boxing that Holyfield etched his name in eternity. He became the undisputed world cruiserweight champion in just 2 years, unifying all the belts in the category. Upon moving up to heavyweight, he shocked the world in 1990 by knocking out James "Buster" Douglas, becoming the undisputed king of the division. His career was marked by epic battles against the biggest names of his era. He starred in a historic trilogy against Riddick Bowe, in fights that defined boxing in the 1990s, and faced legends like George Foreman and Larry Holmes. His greatest hits include, of course, the confrontations against Mike Tyson. In 1996, Holyfield defeated Tyson by technical knockout and, the following year, was the protagonist of the bizarre ear fight episode where Tyson was disqualified after biting the champion. Evander Holyfield's resilience made him the only man in history to become a 4-time world heavyweight champion, surpassing Muhammad Ali's record. Even after facing a heart diagnosis that nearly ended his career prematurely, he returned to prove that his technique and physical conditioning were unmatched. Many people wonder what types of properties Evander Holyfield lived in throughout his victorious career, marked by multi-million-dollar purses and one of the most extravagant properties in sports history. It all began humbly in Atmore, Alabama, where the youngest of 9 siblings spent his early years. Soon after, the family moved to the Summerhill neighborhood in the heart of Atlanta. Before fame, Holyfield lived in public housing projects, such as Bowen Homes. This childhood home represented the foundation of a hard-working family, led by his mother, Annie Laura Holyfield, who was largely responsible for instilling in the future champion the discipline necessary to win in the ring. After conquering the world and amassing a fortune estimated at over $230 million, Holyfield decided to build his greatest monument to victory. This is the legendary mansion known as Villa Vittoriosa, Victory, in Italian, located in Fayetteville, Georgia. Completed in the mid-90s, the property is one of the premier single-family residences in the United States, boasting an impressive 56,000 square feet of built area. To give an idea of the scale of this palace, the mansion has 109 rooms, including 12 bedrooms and 21 bathrooms. In addition, the residence has monumental spaces, such as a dining room for 100 guests and a private theater with 135 seats. The leisure complex was a private resort, a bowling alley, a professional boxing gym, a basketball court, and a softball field with an electronic scoreboard. The highlight was its 350,000-gallon swimming pool, one of the largest in the country. Although the construction cost exceeded $30 million, maintenance was the real financial knockout. Electricity and general upkeep bills are estimated to have reached $1 million a year. Due to financial crises and accumulated debt, the star ended up losing the property to the bank in a foreclosure auction in 2012. The property where Holyfield resides in 2026 reflects a simpler phase of life. The former boxer moved to a comfortable, yet modest residence compared to his former palace, remaining in the Fayetteville area of Georgia. Evander Holyfield's properties tell the story of a man who rose from simplicity to build the largest castle in Georgia, proving that, outside the boxing ring, maintaining financial control can be the greatest challenge of all. Boxing legends like Evander Holyfield are known for a lifestyle of highs and lows, and when it came to investing in cars for his garage, the Real Deal never hesitated to acquire vehicles that reflected his champion status. During the peak of his career, when his purses exceeded $30 million per fight, Holyfield assembled a collection that combined the power of American classics with European luxury. Among the automobiles that marked his trajectory, the following stand out. 1962 Chevrolet Corvette, one of the most emblematic cars of his life. Red and manufactured in the year of his birth, the car was a gift from an admirer after Holyfield declared in an interview that it was his dream model. The classic was modernized with an LS1 V8 engine, but ended up being sold at auction in 2012 for $48,000. Bentley Continental. While Mike Tyson was the face of Rolls-Royce, Holyfield was frequently seen with Bentley models, which combined British sophistication with a more athletic presence, befitting the four-time champion's profile. Porsche 911. The German sports car was his choice for speed. In the 1990s, it was common to see the champion speeding in his Porsche on the roads near his mansion in Fayetteville, Georgia. Ram 1500 pickup truck. In recent years, and reaching 2026, Holyfield began to prioritize practicality. He became an enthusiast of robust pickup trucks, frequently seen in modern Ram models, which offer comfort and safety for his routine in Atlanta. Holyfield's financial restructuring reached its peak in November 2012, when Julian's Auctions organized a historic auction of his assets. Besides the Corvette, he sold customized SUVs, such as a personalized GMC Sierra, symbolizing his preference for imposing vehicles. Currently, Holyfield maintains a much more discreet profile. After spending millions on luxury cars and facing the knockout of financial crises, the real deal proved that his true passion lies not in ostentation, but in the freedom that the steering wheel provides. His garage today reflects maturity, less speed, more resilience. A true legacy on wheels, isn't it? Being one of the greatest boxers in history and the only four-time world heavyweight champion, it's no wonder that Evander Holyfield has moved astronomical sums. Throughout his career, the real deal earned an impressive amount, estimated at over $500 million, between fight purses, sponsorships, and profit sharing, with about $230 million coming directly from his prize money in the ring. In the legendary rematch against Mike Tyson in 1997, the famous bite fight, Holyfield pocketed $35 million in one go, a record amount for the time. Other fights against George Foreman, Riddick Bowe, and Lennox Lewis also yielded eight-figure checks that consolidated his golden era. But Holyfield's fortune didn't come solely from knockouts. At his peak, he was an advertising icon for brands like Coca-Cola and starred in the classic game Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing for the Sega Genesis. On TV, his popularity led to iconic appearances in series like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. However, the champion's financial trajectory was marked by severe challenges. Maintaining his 109-room mansion cost about $1 million a year, including staff and electricity, with monthly electricity bills reaching $17,000. In addition to this, bad investments in a record label and restaurants, as well as high costs for child support for his 11 children and divorce proceedings, drained most of his assets. Currently, in 2026, Holyfield has stabilized his financial life. He earns around $100,000 a month through motivational speeches and public appearances. The highlight of his new phase is the unusual partnership with his former rival, Mike Tyson. Under the Tyson 2.0 brand, they launched the Holy Ears line, edible ear-shaped gummies that became an absolute sales success. After overcoming crises that almost led him to total bankruptcy, it is estimated that Evander Holyfield's net worth in 2026 is around $1 million. Although it is a fraction of what he once possessed, it reflects the resilience of a man who knew how to reinvent himself and maintain his lucrative and globally respected name. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.